these are something that local government again can invest in, because in advanced country you have chamber of commerce at the level of local council that help businesses in local areas. They look at businesses that need more participation and they fund people to go into it to promote competition and to bring down prices. And we need to continue to encourage the private sector, because the prices that we see that is coming down is private participation. And if we continue to encourage the private participation, even the strength of Naira is going to gain. And when that happens, price will generally fall, because the crude is priced, even though we get our crude here, is priced in USD. So if Naira gains strength, definitely the prices is going to fall.
This is Souq business landscape. Now, the prices of petrol, diesel, and LPG is expected to keep falling. The Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority said petrol, your PMS, your diesel, AGO, and the LPG gas that affects all of us will continue to decline nationwide. The regulator is citing improved supply, growing competition, and increased private sector investment as key drivers of the trend. Authorities said the expansion of import and distribution network has strengthened market efficiency, helping to lower costs for consumers. Competition among marketers, coupled with strategic investment in storage and logistics, has also reduced bottlenecks and price volatility across the country. The authority added that sustained private sector participation in the petroleum sector would support further price moderations. Analysts noted that while domestic energy costs remain sensitive to global oil prices, this development could improve affordability for households and businesses, encouraging broader economic activity and reducing reliance on subsidies in the long run. Subsidy is gone. For now, subsidy is gone. But yes, the prices of PMS and AGO, diesel, is going down. Aviation fuel doesn't concern the normal person that much. But now let's talk about LPG. How can we see people get cheaper cooking gas? What will you advise? We don't have refill stations that much very close to people. We'll just have a Chikodi there, a Hassan there, a Debo somewhere in the estate. How can we get LPG prices lower?
Better distribution.
Okay.
So we just need more people in the distribution chain so as to bring competition. When there's competition, the prices will come down. So right now, the prices can do better. The prices is fair, but the end consumers, they are still buying a lot higher, because in most places they are buying from a retailer that is like a monopoly, that has like a monopoly power within different neighborhoods. So we need to encourage more distribution channel and more investment in logistics. And these are something that local government again can invest in, because in advanced country you have chamber of commerce at the level of local council that help businesses in local areas. They look at businesses that need more participation and they fund people to go into it to promote competition and to bring down prices. And we need to continue to encourage the private sector, because the prices that we see that is coming down is private participation. And if we continue to encourage the private participation, even the strength of Naira is going to gain. And when that happens, price will generally fall, because the crude is priced, even though we get our crude here, is priced in USD. So if Naira gains strength, definitely the prices is going to fall. So personally, beyond private participation, I'm putting all of my bets in Naira gaining strength for everything. Once Naira gains strength, I don't know how far it's going to be, but a lot of economics are saying Nigerian Naira to be able to be at 800 if we are able to execute all the policies perfectly. That means relying 100% on locally made finished petroleum products, and our custom enforcing the tariffs on all the goods that we produce locally, that naira can settle for 800 naira to $1. So I want to see all hands on deck on all the MDGs for us to be able to achieve this. If naira settles at 800 to $1, prices of all these products will automatically cut by about 40%. So we'll see petrol for a liter coming to about 400, 450. So it's all hands on deck. And we should look at the bigger picture, because people will say, oh, people are importing vehicles. People that are importing vehicles can start selling made in Nigerian cars. They can take dealership from Innocent Motors and still do their business and market it. So they can make argument for different people in different sectors that depends on imported products. But the question is, if it can be produced locally, if you can market Japanese cars, German cars, why can't you market made in Nigerian cars or assembled in Nigerian cars? So we can shift the economy to benefit people on a bigger picture. We just keep our eye on the bigger picture. So for us to achieve that. So me as a person, I'm betting all my bets on a stronger naira for us to achieve a cheaper energy source.
Stronger naira.
Because at the end of the day, crude oil, even the manpower, the human part of creation of these products are priced in dollar. About 50% of the engineers in Dangote refinery are expatriates. They take their salaries in USD. So until naira is strong, we cannot have affordable energy.
Naira being strong, and you're looking at 800 naira per dollar.
That is what experts have predicted. That if we implement all the plans, all the policies perfectly, naira will settle at 800
without spanners from World Bank and Co. Okay, now let's come this way. Looking at cooking gas, LPG to be precise, Dangote came up sometime last year and said, hey, come pick up LPG from me at less than 850 thereabout. And we had a pushback from end retailers and end distributors and we know up there importers. Why are we having this? Because at the end of the day, it is me, you, and the normal people that use cooking gas that bear the brunt. Why are we having this disparity? Dangote has been able to fight the AGO, the PMS fight, but nobody's looking at fighting the LPG fight.
So you know that LPG is as important as a fuel, because if you look at most people now, even people that cannot really actually afford it, still use gas. Nobody is using kerosene anymore, and firewood and the rest. So
and coal.
Yeah, so it's a very important.
People are still using charcoal.
Well, yeah. I mean, considering location and the space really. So you realize that gas is very, very important, and if something is in high demand, then there's every tendency that the pricing can be very, very the way the structure is going to look like is going to be very strict. And what Dangote has done for us is he has given everyone, he has called in for everyone to come play in the market. This is the market. As long as your pricing system does not affect the red line structure of underselling just to get sway people, because it's going to affect your profit anyways. He has given us that idea that there's an LD playground, because he is more quote unquote a pro Nigerian consumer individual. He wants us to see the benefits in of course buying from him and all of that. So of course, to do that, the prices have to actually come to a level where we can purchase. And then you also have to consider his business. Business in the sense that most retailers have, of course, before now have spent some amount of money in capital to purchase their own products, and to swingle that price down until they offload what they've bought using a particular capital. It's going to be very tough. They will fight it, and there are systems in place. This can also affect their profit margin and the rest, so they would fight it ordinarily. Again, what Dangote has done is you can sell for whatever price you want to sell. This is how much we're going to sell. So it's either you come down to a level or you sell quality. So it's more of quality versus quantity versus pricing and all of that. There's some fuel stations you go to where you buy your fuel or your gas and realize that it does not fulfill the purpose in terms of timing and all of that, because the quality is not so great. It's not so great. And some places you go to, you buy for 1,002, and you can beat your chest that it's going to last you for a long time because it's quality. So it's a market. It's business as well too. I understand that there's a need for the Nigerian people to want something that they can afford, but we also have to tread carefully when it comes to quality in terms of prices. It's just basically what it is.